Who are you?
I'm Jeff Pulver, and you're watching...
No, I'm Jeff Pulver.
No. You are Gio. Anyway, I'm Jeff.
No, I'm Jeff.
Fine. I'm Gio Geller.
And I'm Jeff Pulver. And we welcome you to the 140 character...
Show?
All
right, stop. All right, start again. So we're here at the...
We're at the home of the 140 character show.
That's sponsored today by the letters R, S, and H.
Which spells Roger
Smith
Hotel.
Character.
What we're really doing is trying to take what it looks like.
What it looks like
to be a character. What does it take to be a character? What makes you a character? What makes me a character?
I have a business card that says I'm a character. It says I'm a character.
This is a card. What does it say on the back of that? So as a character, what are the qualities of a character?
I don't know, but I'll let you know when I find one. Part of being a character is the transformation of you, the person, into you, the character, and then. Some people go through their entire lives and maybe never really figure out who they really were. And there are other people who you just know are characters. You just feel their presence. You can feel their energy. And you want to understand that. So I think really about being a character is really about being who you are. And it is about self-discovery, even if you don't want to talk about it when you're asked. It is about what defines you as you and me as me and he is he and she is she. I think there's a lot of real... heavy stuff to be dealt with if we really want to dump into it. Part of the opportunity is to, for us, is to challenge the status quo, to right or wrong, or to wrong or right, or to, really believe. I think one of the biggest things that define character in somebody is the moment in time when they realize they're here for a reason, and they find that moment, and they find that reason, and they do something, and they do something special. Now, I do think that in real life everyone matters, and that everyone's voice can be amplified, and everyone's voice could actually affect change. Now, a lot of people, in fact, I think everyone's actually born to be a superhero. The challenge is discovering your superhero powers. Life happens, right? And so I think during the 140 character show, my intention when I'm here, when a guest host isn't here, is to actually get to know some of the people who we just have in our lives that are, could be special for certain reasons and ordinary for others, but at the end of the day, we're all people. At the end of the day, we wake up, we experience the morning, we experience sunrise, sunset. What happens in between is up to the people, but I think we all have a chance to discover life. And so, I hope with the 140 Character Conference, I'm bringing together people who are interested in things like, what it's like to live in the now. And I'm bringing together people who are exploring and challenging the status quo at some level. And I hope with the show that we have a chance to meet some of the people who are speaking at the conferences, attending the conferences, reporting on the events, will be speaking in the future. Because I think at the end of the day, it's all about the people. And, everyone is a character by that definition. Being a character, part of it is either being recognized for being special, or just standing up and mattering. And so I would like to believe that everybody matters. I like to think that on the show we're going to actually look at the human energy behind it, and that we're not going to be biased by race or by creed or by beliefs or this or that. Part of the experience of what we're going to do, I think, is to expose other people to other people, and that there's a serendipity that happens, there's a humanity that happens, and that in a world that could be so cruel, you could also find love. In a world that's so hard on you, you can actually discover who you really are, not even when you realize it. And so part of the show is to be fun, but I want to be serious too. And if we have a chance to meet world leaders or leaders of anything, I want to. And if we have someone who's completely unknown and completely unfamous, but they have something to say that's important, and everyone does, I want to give them their voice. Because I think at the end of the day, everybody matters. This is not about you mattering or me mattering. We're invisible. What matters is the people sitting here as our guests and talking to them, because the conversation should be about give them a chance to tell their story that defines them as a character, whether they realize it or not.
What I want to see from the show is looking at people who are not only passionate about what they're doing, but also making a difference and moments that define them, so that other people can see that maybe we all have that potential in us, and that we
also have a lot in common. I think that one of the biggest issues we have is people think that we're so separate, that we have nothing in common, and that one of the biggest challenges you have in any type of communication is finding that common ground that bridges between one person and another, or one cause and another. And I think that if you give yourself a chance, you could find common ground between almost anyone at any time, anywhere.
But how do we get to that common ground? We're so full of prejudices, whether it be color, religion.
When you walk in through the door into the studio of the 140 character show, if you're not willing to let down your guard and be a person, and for a moment in time give up these prejudices, you're not going to be on the show. I mean, maybe you can, of course, be on the show, but it will be a very, very short dialogue. I'm hoping to expose people to things. I think part of what we have to do is to engage in storytelling. I think we have to take that time and actually go back and share it, because there's that other magic. I mean, this show and millions of other pieces of footage that we filmed this year and the years in the future are actually pioneering the definition of legacy. We are now living in a moment in time where the recorded history of our presence will define our history of the past, and that our kids and our kids' kids will actually get to know each other at a level we never knew, and that we may be leaving messages for ourselves and for our future prodigy now without thinking about it. And I do think that human experience is being documented by other people. We're not documentarians, but there is proof we're here. What we do with our time is up to us, but we all have our own time horizons. But a lot of people, I don't know why in our culture we only appreciate things we have when we don't have them anymore. It's very rare we actually appreciate it while we have it. My dad used to say, it's a shame that youth is wasted on the young, which may sound very trite, but it's very true. And that, when you have unbound potential, unbound energy, you really can do anything. But when you recognize that opportunity, that's character. When you recognize that opportunity to affect change and do something with it, that's character. And so
what do you want from the 100? What do you want people to walk away from experiencing this 140 character show?
That I hope that if we can connect even for 30 seconds with someone, look, I think that the next person you meet can change your life. I've seen it happen to me. I know it could happen to you. It happens every day for a variety of reasons. But it sounds trite, but it's true. So I believe the next person you meet can change your life. I believe that the next person you meet, you can change their life, maybe not tomorrow, sometime in the future it's going to connect in. And there's a serendipity there, right? And that we can't preach serendipity, but it happens. And that if you allow yourself the chance to be free and to be of open mind and open will, amazing things will happen as a result of it. So I hope that we connect at some level, that we touch even one person. Because if we touch one person, we did something. And hopefully we could do more than one person. And so I hope that we are able to find people to inspire them, to drive them to the future, and really just help them be. I mean, look, we're just people. We're all characters in a very fun, loving way. And if there's something about someone who's doing something special that we think we can provide visibility for, I want to give them that platform. And if someone who's watching that video gets inspired by it, that's amazing. So I think we all want to be remembered for something, and hopefully for the right things. But we don't even know what we want to be remembered by necessarily, but we want to be remembered. Anyway, this is Jeff getting on a heavy side of things.
And this is Gio.
Staying on the light side.
Staying on my side, or whatever side that may be. And we welcome you to our
140
character show. And become a character yourself. Jeff, you look like I almost.
Sorry.
What happened to my hair? My head.
I know. Anyway, hey.
Well, so we welcome you to come and be part of our little family. And if you have any questions, ask the person next to you. Don't ask us. We don't have any answers. And if we can help you, it's purely by accident. And I hope you come and spend some time with us.
Hi, it's Jeff.
It's Gio.
And you're watching the 140 Character Show.
You're watching the 140 Character Show.
Hope you have and if you'd like to join us in a future episode of the show, drop us a line.